Good day everyone. For this presentation, I'm going to tackle about memory requirements for a computer system, and next is role of memory in a computer system and operating system, and the last one, I will describe how a computer stores and retrieves information. Now, what is computer memory and what are the classification of computer memory? Actually, a computer's memory is where it stores the information and instructions it needs to work swiftly. It where you'll find knowledge that can be used right away. A computer's memory is one of its important features because it is the only way a computer can run properly. The operating system, hardware, and software of a computer all require memory. And the two types of computer memory is the primary and the secondary. The external or secondary memory refers to a storage device that can retain or store data persistently. They could be embedded or removable storage devices. Examples include hard disk or solid state drive, USB flash drives, and compact disks. The internal or what we call main or primary memory refers to a memory that stores a small amount of data that can be accessed quickly while the computer is running. And here are the two types of primary memory. First is the ROM. ROM stands for read-only memory. It is non-violate, which means it can retain data even without power. It is used mainly to start or boot up a computer. And the other one is RAM, which stands for random access memory, which temporarily stores data while the central processing unit or CPU is executing other tasks. The CPU is less likely to read data from the computer's external or secondary memory or storage device. If there is more RAM, allowing the machine to function faster. RAM is fast, but it is also violate, which means that if there is no power, it will not be able to store data. As a result, before turning down the machine or device, it's critical to store data to the storage device. It is a short-term memory which it uses to handle all active tasks and apps. And now the two types of RAM are SRAM and DRAM. SRAM is designed to fill two needs. First, to provide a direct interface with the CPU at speeds not attainable by DRAMs, and the second one is to replace DRAMs in systems that require low power consumption. The other types of RAM is the DRAM. It is a type of semiconductor memory that is typically used for the data or program code needed by computer processor to function. The common types of DRAM are the following. First, synchronous DRAM. Second one is the rhombus DRAM. Third one is the double data rate SDRAM. Synchronous DRAM or SDRAM synchronizes the memory speed, the CPU clock speed, so that the memory controller knows the exact clock cycle when the request data will be ready. And typical SDRAM transfers data at speed up to 132 MHz. And RDRAM is a memory subsystem designed to transfer data at faster rate. And the DDR-SDRAM, it allows the higher transfer rates and faster performance compared to earlier RAM modules. DDR-SDRAM transfers memory on both the rising edge and the falling edge of a clock cycle, doubling the transfer rate. And the four types of double data rate SDRAM or DDR-SDRAM are the following. First, DDR1. Second is the DDR2, DDR3, and the DDR4. DDR1 SDRAM has been succeeded by DDR3 and most recently DDR4 SDRAM. It achieves greater bandwidth than the preceding single data rate SDRAM by transferring data on the rising and falling edges of the clock signal. And now let's move on to the next slide. Role of memory in computer system and operating system. It is used to store instructions and process data. The memory comprises a large array or group of words or bytes, each with its own location. The primary motive of a computer system is to execute programs. These programs, along with the information they access, should be in the main memory during execution. The CPU fetches instructions from memory according to the value of the program counter. The primary memory is used to store data temporarily, and secondary memory stores the data permanently. Architecture and organization. I will describe how a computer stores information. Using computers, laptops, tablets, and mobile phones concerns storing, retrieving, and transferring information in an efficient way. Data is represented on modern storage media using the binary numeral system. A computer stores all its data and instructions in its storage space. Database systems store the information as a series of discrete records that are, in turn, divided on discrete fields, example, name, address, and mobile number. Records can be searched and retrieved on the basis of the content of the fields, example, all people who have a particular telephone area code. The data are stored with the computer, either in main storage or auxiliary storage for ready access.